Failed organization SEC likely to approve several Bitcoin ETFs. And yes, that is all the chatter right now. Hi and welcome back. Hope you all are having a fantastic day out there. We got some big news here I want to cover for you all. Of course, we're going to talk about XRP and XLM. All I ever ask is if you like talking about these two digital assets as well as the crypto industry as a whole, go ahead and drop an X in that comment section below. Click the like button and of course, share the content so others around the world know exactly what is happening in this digital revolution. SEC likely to approve several spot ETFs, sparking next Bitcoin rally. And we talked recently about how I 100% believe not if but when these Bitcoin ETFs are approved, that is going to spark potentially a bull run, but definitely a nice spike in Bitcoin, which always leads altcoins, or typically leads altcoins to a spark as well thereafter, right? You're going to see the likes of XRP and XLM likely pop due to what we have here in front of us. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is likely to approve the exchange-traded funds in a quick succession, triggering the next move higher for the world's largest digital currency. Crypto services provider Maxiport stated in a report. The ETF provider would spend considerable marketing expenses to draw in retail and institutional capital, Marcus Thien, head of research, wrote. Maxiport noted that at its peak, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust managed about $43.5 billion in assets and generated annual management fees of around $870 million. The SEC will respond to Grayscale's GBT lawsuit filing and ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF refiling next week. Now, I want to talk about this lawsuit that Grayscale is putting on SEC and how the SEC has more pressure on them right now than they know what to do with, because you don't just have Grayscale going after them, right? You have Coinbase, not to mention Ripple themselves, putting pressure on the SEC along with the House of Financial Services. We've talked about Patrick McHenry. We've talked about how they are essentially the SEC's daddy and they want to move along digital assets. And remember, Stellar has a fund with Grayscale, and do you not think that they are going to put some pressure on them as well, as they are a subcommittee member of the CFTC, Commodities Future Trading Commission. Moving on. A physical Bitcoin ETF will likely carry a management fee of 0.7 to 1%, which could still bring in $200 million per for ETF provider with marketing expenses front-loaded, the report said. The note said that any SEC spot ETF approval could have a material positive impact on Bitcoin's price, and investors should have enough upside exposure on any day that the regulator is scheduled to respond to the ETF applications. If the SEC needs more time to assess of the surveillance sharing agreements, then Bitcoin price may correct initially in mid-September, and if this is a dip, it will be a dip to buy, the report says. And so this is extremely bullish stuff for the market as a whole. There are people out there calling for a Bitcoin, or not a Bitcoin, but an overall bull run at the end of this year. Do I see that as likely? Not necessarily, but I do believe 100% if several Bitcoin ETFs are approved at the same time, there will be a ton of funds coming into this industry. And we take a look at things like Fidelity, we take a look at BlackRock, we're talking about trillions and trillions of assets under management. So very, very bullish material in my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to click that X, share the content, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.